Hey guys, this is Team Financial Fitness, and I want to talk to you about how this press briefing that we got off of
the whitehouse.gov
is going to affect your investments and how you get loans. It's different now. It's called ESG, Environmental, Social, and Governance. Nutshell it, social, responsible investing. Doesn't that sound like fun? Now, when you get started in this, I'm going to let Stacy read because she reads way better than me. Start reading the environmental criteria. Now, this sounds really good.
Well, basically, also in a nutshell, it means everything you do non-financially, environmentally, socially is going to start affecting your pensions, your retirements, and how you get loans. It's pretty much, that's another way to put it. But environmental, it's basically if any company that is how they use the waste, pollution, natural resources, and it sounds really good.
Conservation, they've got all these little keywords here. Treatment of animals. For example, there might be an issue related to ownership of contaminated land. It's disposal of hazardous waste, management of toxic emissions. I mean, it sounds like, wow, this is great for the environment. But remember, rat poison is 90% good food, and there's 10% poison in it, and we're getting to that part.
So then it also, the social portion, it says it looks at a company's business, and I'm assuming personally also when you go to get a loan or whatever, it said, does the suppliers hold the same value as it claims to hold? Does the company donate a percentage of its profits to local communities? Do they encourage the employees to perform volunteer work? I'm all for that, but being required to participate in something?
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're going to have this score, and if you don't donate to what they like, maybe it comes down. We're not sure, but...
So interesting question. How are they going to know? How are they going to know what I do?
Well, I'm guessing they're going to look at your tax returns.
Or social media.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could look at your social media.
Yep.
For your social credit score.
Yeah. And so the governance part, because the ESG, it's a bunch of board members that are going to oversee the environmental and the social aspect of a company or a person or whatever. But let's talk about how it's going to affect loans first.
Yeah, and why this is important.
Yeah.
Because it looks like, so there's like 200 banks that are already on board with this globally. It ties in with the Paris Accord.
Yes, you can look in a link below. There's a link from Harvard where they wrote an article about it. There's also a link from the World Bank where they say they're going to start incorporating this. And I think there's like over 200 banks now. And
the Biden administration rolled this out, backing it, saying, this is, we want to do this. So immediately we were like, oh man, that's going to affect our future because how we get loans is how we create businesses and it's how we create jobs and everything kind of, they're getting it on the front end and telling you what you can do, what you can invest in. And I think it's going to affect us on how the hard money loans, because if you're not investing in what they want, you're going to have to find it somewhere else. It's going to be a lot different.
Well, in the press release, and so it's kind of hidden at the bottom if you go to the press release. And actually, if you go to the whitehouse.gov and you type in ESG, this article will immediately pop up the press release, which is very interesting. But it's going to talk about it's going to incorporate climate-related financial risk into federal lending and underwriting. Well, that's all banks. It's going to affect HUD, the VA, the Department of Treasury. It's going to affect FHA, Fannie Mac, Freddie Mac, all these loans, and they're going to have to be, quote, ESG approved is what he's saying
FHA
there.
loans are hard to get as it is.
And VA loans, oh my goodness. So if we go to get a rent house and our appliances or the air conditioning's not green, do we get a loan now?
It's just a way to get power.
Yeah.
They've got all the power, and now they're telling the banks. So this, to me, really makes me hope that crypto, because that would be very helpful in this situation. But it also makes me think they're going to try to squash it even more.
So let's go a little further into the press release. The Department of Labor is going to start protecting the workers' hard earnest life savings by making it clear to investment managers that all the pensions and retirements have to consider what they're investing in, that it is ESG approved. So they're going to limit what the companies that you can invest in.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought that was very interesting.
In a nutshell, you're going to have your credit score and you're going to have your social credit score. And they're going to say, well, you pay your bills on time, but you're not donating to this, you're not doing this, you like oil and coal. No, you can't get a loan. And here we are.
Sounds like it.
That's what it sounds like.
Or you post something on Facebook that they don't like.
Or anything they don't like. It's getting worse as we speak. Matter of fact, I just got off the phone with a good friend of mine, and you probably all know him, and we were talking about censorship and how bad it's getting, but it doesn't matter. We're going to keep you up to date, posted. I hope you liked the video. Share it with somebody that needs to know this information. I hope you have an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow.